Hey guys, you want to be a web developer, graphic design. So basically, let's get started with what you should really know. And this one, I'm not charging you, but if you have the goodwill and good heart, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Let's go. So guys, first and foremost, the number one thing that you need to have, it is the zeal to know this, to know web development, graphic design, and that makes you a perfect candidate to learn this skill. So basically, I'm not going to force you. If you don't know, don't force yourself. Okay, you need to have a purpose. If that purpose is you need to learn web development, then go for it. Second, it is not easy. Let me tell you, the way YouTubers package it on the internet, that I'm having the greatest day of my life doing web development. Trust me, it is not easy as a beginner. But if you want to learn at your own pace. That is the second thing. Learn at your own pace. Start with the best resources. The best resources are, let me tell you, the way I started with W3 Schools. Guys, that is amazing tool whereby you will learn the basics, the fundamentals. Just start with the basic. What is the HTML? What is HTML? What is CSS? What is JavaScript? What is all that? When you learn how, then bring it in your creativity. So you know, as a graphic designer, you know that first you start with an empty space. Now web development is also the same. Start with an empty shell whereby you don't know anything, and start now adding elements. Add square, add rectangle, add all that. Okay, basically after you have added all these basic things, you will end up having either, if let's say you are drawing a house, you will end up drawing a house. This is the same analogy. You have an empty space. Now you start building. You want your ridge to look like this. You want your window to look like that. So basically, web development is like that, but now it is in form of data. Why do I say web development and graphic design is married, right? They are married. One is a wife, one is a husband. So basically, the analogy of you having to develop and have a good way to represent data, because basically you are getting data and then you are representing it into a Canva. Okay, so you get data from a database and representing into a Canva. So those are the principles of learning web development. Just look at it as you have an empty book and you want to fill in information about the book. So basically, if you want to have a story, you also have to go out, research, do research. How is HTML? How do I use HTML? Learn the basics. Other things you will build on it as you go. So guys, subscribe to amazing channel. This amazing channel, Zak Anime Studios, creativity one step at a time, and follow us for a lot more videos. We normally talk about programming, object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming is learning the skills of simple programs. You create simple programs and you implement it, like fetching data. That is fetching data from the database, creating a class, basically like a class of car, and this car has a lot of, so basically when you work with me, you will understand that we are going to use the simple analogy of the tools that we normally use on day-to-day basis to build up applications. Let's say you want to build an application for basically a salon, or you want to create a website for cars. So basically, you will have to have a class of cars. So basically, as you can see, I have talked about all this in a very simple way that you can understand. So guys, follow me in my YouTube channel and be part of my community, and subscribe, tell your friends, guys. We are not selling this data, but if you want to have something that you feel that we have talked and you really need, to subscribe and follow us, and then we will expand on that. I want you to comment, you want you to ask questions on my timeline, and I will be responding on right and then. So subscribe, and we'll talk about a lot more.